I am wearing my original jacket from 25 years ago when we sailed around the world with Maiden, which was the first all-female crew to sail around the world. Where I come from, you can't get further away from the sea in England. My father used to sail, but he died when I was 10, so I don't really remember his love of the ocean. I was a horrible teenager and I didn't go to school. My mother very wisely thought that I should get away from the people that I was associating with at the time, and so she suggested I go backpacking around the world at the age of 16, which is very brave of her, because my daughter is nearly 16 and there's no way I would let her leave home. But it was the best thing for me. I escaped the life that I could have been walking down very easily. Ended up working in a bar in Greece. Guy came in one night and said, "Would you like to work on my yacht?" So I was sort of 17 then. I went, "Yeah, okay." Got on the boat and fell in love with what was going to be the rest of my life. I mean, I just couldn't believe how lucky I was to fall upon the right path. My life could have been a lot different. So after a few years of chartering, working as a stewardess and then a cook, I learned to navigate, which is very difficult because my math skills are not great. I just said, let's put a bunch of girls together to sail around the world because it's fun. It's really, it's good to do, and more women should be out there doing it. But you thought I was announced I was going to kill someone. I mean, there was quite a lot of anger and aggressive, resistance, and that's really what surprised me. I think because I've always thought if everyone had said, "Oh, that's a good idea, off you go," I might never have done it, because it was people telling me I couldn't do something. I thought, what do you mean I can't do this? Of course I can. So Maiden became not necessarily just about feminism, although I did become a feminist, a very staunch feminist during Maiden. It became about anyone being told they can't do something. And about striving to achieve that. And, we had men on the shore crew, so it wasn't just about women. We had 9 nationalities, so it wasn't just about a British team. We were a magnet, I think, for anyone who Maiden represented to them something that could be achieved if they had that dream and they worked hard enough. And that's what Maiden really became for me too. The Whitbread Round the World race is like rallying. Now, you don't need muscles for that, you need stamina. And women have more stamina than men. We survive longer in life rafts, we have that extra layer of fat, that's what that's for, so that we can survive. And, we keep going. We won 2 of the legs and we came 2nd overall, and that's still the best result for a British boat since 1977. So, yeah, women proved that they could do it. In 1999, I became pregnant with my daughter. I knew I was going to be a single mother. I didn't have anyone else to rely on, so I knew that I didn't want to risk my life anymore. So I retired from sailing and decided to go into sailing management. It ended badly. I went bankrupt 10 years ago. It felt like my life was ending, but I didn't have time to cry because I had my daughter and my mother to look after. Then I have done things that I would never have done if I hadn't been made bankrupt. I worked for the police for 2 years in child protection, which was awesome and I absolutely loved. Then I went to university at the age of 47, graduated at the age of 50. My mother sadly died just after I graduated, but at least she finally saw me get an education. Better late than never. I am rescuing Maiden, my old boat, who's been dumped unceremoniously on an island in the Indian Ocean. She will become an ambassador for girls' rights, and we will work with educational charities that lobby and work and fundraise for 62 million girls worldwide to be allowed to go to school. For me, I feel very embarrassed that I threw away my education. I live in a country where I'm allowed to go to school, and I'm allowed to go to a school for free, and I threw it away as if it was garbage. So it was my daughter's suggestion that to put something back in, Maiden should work for the next generation, for her generation of feminists, as she told me. And so that's what we'll be doing. It's very exciting.